So then you go and finish the Goldyn Chyld album, and then you get arrested for DUI once again. How many DUI arrests have you had?
It's three. Three.
Okay.
And that is a bad number. One as a juvenile and two as adults. But I didn't close my record. It's not really the DUIs, it's just everything combined. So the judge looked at my record. I didn't realize I did so much little stupid shit because a lot of it was the juvenile record. But then even, just driving without licenses, but we didn't take that shit serious. Like, we didn't care, no insurance, or you get, they'll give you a trespassing for some dumb shit. Like, all those things it just adds to your folder. So when she pulled out, I remember the judge pulling out like my rap sheet, and that shit was like that shit was beefy. I was like, fuck, I didn't do all that. And she just kept opening a big ass book, and I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I thought I was, I know people that did way worse than me, but it was accumulation. So basically, I remember the judge just said, Mr. Austin, you have no respect for the law. I remember thinking, you're totally right. And she was like, you need to go sit down for a while. And I was like, that's cool. But that's not really why the record didn't come out. The record didn't come out because, like, when you got a little bit of money and you got a good attorney, you drag those things out. I had like a year and a half to work before I had to turn myself in. The company got mad because they hinged my album off of a record they never heard, which was actually a new Dr. Dre record with Busta Rhymes on it. Busta Rhymes did the hook, Dre did the beat. It was the Goldyn Chyld album. So Premier did the title song. I was like, that's how we gonna come right. I had an ill Kanye record. I had Me and High Tech and Pharaoh had an ill record. It was a great album. I really feel like for its time, it was the dopest hip hop record at its time. So like 2002, I had this record that I felt was the quintessential lyrical guys, whatever, the Kendrick Lamar, or the Eminem, what's M's second album?
Marshall Mathers LP?
Yeah, that one of them quintessential dope ass albums that could still sell the records. That, you know what I'm saying? That's got the features. I had the Maya record with I just had all the right producers with the right fucking artists at that time, and they found out on the low that I had a Dr. Dre record and went ape shit, fucked the whole plan up. I had Mike City, he had did Sunshine Anderson, he was hot off of that. I mean, I just had the right production and the right songs. And then they punked my A&R, because back then we had the big SCSI drives, them big ass hard drives. There was only two. I gave him one SCSI and I had a SCSI. I'm like, don't even let them hear this shit, because this Dre shit, man, they gonna fucking groupie out the same way they groupied on Dre the last time, and they fucked off my project, trying to make that the first single. There's a plan. Let them work the plan. We're gonna do the Goldyn Chyld. It's Premier shit. This is the way you come back. You know what I'm saying? Jay just did it this way. Nas did it this way. You come with the Common did it this way. Like, come with the fucking, as a lyricist, you validated. You gun out the Primo record, and then you go into trying to do something that's kind of mainstream, a radio record, but come with that fire hip hop classic shit first. And they found out midway and decided that if they couldn't get the Dre record, then they weren't gonna work the record, period. And so they basically, I already had the case. They just decided to yank the plug on me, like, well, fuck you if you can't. They actually went and called Aftermath and tried to see if they could get clearance on putting out the record and making the vinyl, but they didn't pay for the beat. You know what I mean? So there's none, they had no control over the song. So Dre was like, talk to Ras Kass. He had my back, 100%. And it was really corporate. Like, corporate went and against all better plans and everything we agreed to. They groupied out and banked my career once again on Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre backed my play, and then they said, well, fuck you. If we can't have a Dr. Dre record, we don't want to put your album out. Same thing that happened when Exhibit went platinum. All of a sudden, it was how many songs can you get Exhibit on? I was like, you know, you've known Exhibit for fucking he's on all my albums. Now you want to suck his dick because he sold 1 million records. Why don't you go sign Exhibit? Like, that's the problem with corporate America. They group you out. So they started all these great opportunities we were bringing to them because of the people I was working with. They started gauging my career off of that. Like, we'll get Exhibit to do this, and can you get him to get on this commercial? Like, bro, I'm not his agent. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, they basically deaded me because I didn't put out the Dre record. And so I went in and I took the hard drive. I went and took the SCSI. And then that's when I was on the run. I didn't really go on a run. I kind of walked out. So I went in with the homies and took the SCSI drive and moved to New York. And that was that.
So there's a rumor that Eminem, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne use some of your lyrics.
I think people take flows. I don't know whether I don't know if it's conscious or subconscious. I mean, people point out things that have been said before. I mean, Miami Life, I said I'm on a roll like toilet tissue. Before that, there's no documentation of anybody ever saying that line. I've heard Drake say it. I've heard Wayne say it. I've heard same shit, different toilet is something I did tell Jay-Z, and he laughed. He's like, I like that. Then it's been on a few records. That's
okay. So it wasn't like someone took some lines from some unreleased songs and suddenly put them on their own.
Oh yeah, nah.
It was just an inspiration, essentially.
I think it's slang. You know, people do clip. It's called a clip. In certain some of my Brooklyn guys would call it a clip. Like, oh, I clipped you. Like, that was you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song type shit. So I don't take no offense to it. I always feel like, yo, if you guys got like 10 million people looking at you, so like the solid that Jay-Z did for Kweli, like lyrically, I beat Talib Kweli, that shit brought his rate up. I watched it. So I'm like, fuck, I wish I could get a little bit of the credit because it could just bring my rate up. That's all I ask for. As Guru said, get the credit where the credit's due.